Hey guys, what's up? It is Keith and Mr. James Curtis Thomas, producer, engineer extraordinaire. We're with a really cool piece of gear we got here at Essex Recording Studios today. This thing's totally nuts. If you're new to the channel, click like, click subscribe. We're going to show you the coolest gear we get from all around the world. A lot of stuff with a lot of amazing stories. This is no exception. So, I know we got a lot of guitar guys that follow us on the channel. This is not a guitar. It is a Studer A80. Yes, and James, Studer's like the Rolls Royce of tape machines.
Yeah, it
and
definitely is.
Tell the audience what is the significance of a tape machine and what is something like this A80 used for conventionally. We're not gonna. I'll tell them in a minute what this was actually used for because it's crazy. But
this one here originally probably would have been used for when you're converting your multi-track, 24-track or 48-track. And then you'd make your masters off this, and then you'd send it off to your mastering guy.
So something that would come off of a desk like this.
So you'd have your 24-track recorder that would be 2-inch tape.
Okay.
And then you generally collapse it all down onto 1/4-inch tape.
1/4-inch tape, and this thing's fully working. Now the crazy story about this is what we've got on this plaque. You can freeze frame. I'll read it off for you. This tape machine was one of many decommissioned in the summer of 2005 as a result of the Go Digital project. It had been in service for over 20 years and played a part in the coverage of such major global events as the fall of the Berlin Wall, the release of Nelson Mandela, and the attack on the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. It has been preserved as a reminder of an important part of World Service's heritage. So this was actually, guys, a museum piece. This came out of a BBC museum. You can see the barcode on here, BBC World Service, do not remove, and a World Service serial number 17244, same thing there. And if you're wondering, hey, what the heck is BBC World Service? Well, the British Broadcasting Company, or is it company or corporation?
It's corporation.
I think it's corporation. So anyway, the BBC is the most iconic media organization in the entire world. And for a good section of the world, the BBC is how it gets its news. Yep. Current events, and certainly historically before the age of the internet and massive cable television. So this here would have been the machine, as James said, that did the masters, where the final product that went out on the radio around the world, BBC World Service, is carried in virtually every country. It's how people get news in English, news from
they would have recorded all the interviews on this.
Man,
spliced it together, which you can hear on there.
That's wild. And we're gonna. It's all powered up. It's ready to go, and you're gonna actually hear it through these speakers. I think this is. We have for this tape. There's a tape report, and it's from the Latin America division, and so this is a Latin American story done in Spanish, and you can see it's some music and voiceover. Super, super cool. It's a story from 1996. Nuestro son Fito Paez, it looks like. And maybe we have some Spanish listeners, watchers, that can translate a bit of this for us. Take it away, James.
So, here we go.
Y ese canto se entra a mezclar con lo que escucha primero cuando llega al lugar. Entonces no trae tampoco el folclore exacto de su tierra, ni tampoco agarra el de este lugar. Y se entra a fusionar esto. Y yo creo que de ahí sale toda esa cosa que tenemos los argentinos con el tango. Especialmente el tango, te digo, en cuanto al tango canción, al que tiene letra.
Wow. The fidelity on that is pretty incredible.
I mean, so considering this has been sat in a museum, and if anybody's had experience with tape machines, they can be temperamental, as I know. But this all seems to be great. Yeah.
Wow. Studer A80, the Rolls Royce of tape machines. This particular one, a 1/4-inch tape, and with extremely cool provenance. This is ex-BBC World Service, covering the largest historical events in the world for probably the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I mean, this went all the way, actually, right to 2005, so even into the early 2000s. Very, very cool, guys. What a piece of history. If you're going to own a Studer, this would be the one to own. And they're all modular, as you can see. So you can add bits. You can, the heads as well can all be adapted between mono and stereo. And James, can you explain this part right here?
So yeah, this is the VU that comes with this one. I think it was made by the BBC.
Yes, this was purpose built for the BBC.
Yeah, so you've got obviously for if you had an external remote.
Oh yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
one. So if you're by the console, a lot of the time these would be in what's called a machine room.
Gotcha.
Because they're noisy, and then you'd be able to hit go, play, stop, be able to queue up what time you want things to stop.
And you can edit the tape all over here as well.
So then obviously you can, down here is where you would
splice
pull the
it.
tape off. It would go in there, and then you have your different angles in which you cut.
What's the significance of that? Because I know nothing about why you have different angles or
just
anything.
Like in Pro Tools.
Okay.
So if you think about it, this is at 7 inches per second. So each second of tape is 7.5 inches.
Ah,
so you can work out. So if you're doing music, you could work out with that how many beats are in a bar. Or say if you're just doing a vocal and you will need to cut out, I don't know, some coughs or where they're falling over themselves, you would find it like this. You'd be in repo mode. You'd go blah, 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 blah. You'd find it, you'd mark it, you'd bring it there, you'd make a slice, you'd work out where the next one is, you'd slice it, and then with a bit of tape, scotch tape, you'd
just like that
together.
Wow.
And then it would go on.
So what does the tape sound like, or is it not audible? Or
when it's been spliced.
Yeah, when it's been spliced. What do you? Is there a
Hear it
blip?
on the Black Album?
Gotcha.
So if you watch the
is it because it's so fast and it's such a small amount?
So you won't hear. Well, I suppose if you do a bad edit, you there'll be in
little bit
silence.
Oh, silence. Okay.
If you watch the documentary on the Black Album, it's brilliant because they talk about having to move the tape machines out because there were so many edits. It was like. But no, you don't hear it. It takes forever. But you know, producers like Steve Albini, they're massively still used. I know they still use them in mastering.
Wow.
It's an art form, really.
What a special piece of gear, and the thing looks so clean. I can't get over it. Like, I don't see any rust or corrosion really. I mean, this thing is so clean.
I mean, look in here.
Badge still there. I mean, there's no dust or cobwebs or anything. I was shocked when you brought this in, man. And it's on this wonderful stand with casters. You know, the BBC is definitely a spare no expense organization, especially at this time when they got
this.
this.
Would have been the computer. You got to remember that. So this can't go down because everything relies on these machines working.
Right. And this is where the final product comes.
And that's where the final product is. It's a bit
wow.
like with my Pro Tools. If my computer goes down, I'm buggered.
Wow, man. This is amazing. So, yeah, that's what we've got. We've got this A80. We're going to use it here at the studio. We are going to put it up for sale to help raise funds for the studio. And it comes with this amazing metal plaque that was at the museum. And also an old auction invoice, BBC World Service. And you get the tape report, the A file, and then there's a, what does the other one say? I think it's a carbon copy. B. A file, B with tapes. Yes. Really, really cool, guys. So you get the reel too. If you got any questions about this, let us know. And let's just spin it around so people can see the back. Man, it's so clean. It's unreal. Willie Studer, A80 RC Mark II. Very, very cool. Got the serial number there. Oh, these are made in Switzerland.
Yeah, that's why they're probably...
Wow, Studer International.
Funny enough, our old intern, didn't she? Her dad worked for Studer?
Yeah, Chloe's father. He's, I think, head of the Spain and Portugal area of the company.
Got some beats.
We'll have to let him know about this. He'll get a real kick out of it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you found this informative and got a kick out of it like we did. And, yeah, if you have to have it, do get in touch. You can email, call, Facebook messages, whatever. Follow us on all the socials. It's at Essex Recording Studios. James is at Mixed by JCT.
Pass out.
And there we go. So cool. All right, everybody, take it easy. More videos coming up.